Hello. Welcome back to Mystical Ninja for a special guest star. No? You just gonna let me keep going?
Just talk, for God's sake.
Yeah, come on.
Stanzel.
Hey everybody, it's Danzel Lovington here.
Are you the current world record holder for this game, or is that somebody else?
That would be DCX, has the world record in this game. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. And the second place holder is Shaf-san. He's from somewhere in Japan that he won't disclose to me. But yeah, I'm actually in third place.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad.
I worked hard for it.
Heath, I can't believe you're getting this bronze medal act in here. God damn it. I expect more professionalism from you.
No, it's fine. He's world record holder in 2 different games.
Okay, that's fine. Forgiven. No, in all seriousness, it's really cool to have you here.
Oh, now you jacknuts are checking credentials.
I'd say this is my all-time favorite game. And I've got lots of fond memories. I actually brought my N64 and this game to a friend's house after school once to show him the game. And I played all the way through it in one sitting. And he didn't get bored. He watched it all.
Yeah, it's a super great game, and I also have several memories of my friend owning the game, and I was just over at his place all the time.
Yeah, this was a really good game that I rented from Blockbuster a lot, but never got too far in because every time I re-rented it, some jackass would save over my file.
Those bastards.
I
You
know,
should have gotten
right?
it in with the employees.
I know, right?
And be like, yo, keep this one in the back. Wait a second, this game requires a controller pack to save your file. Your story doesn't add up here.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does the sequel.
I don't remember that at
See the
all.
hole to your story,
Maybe I didn't.
Kayvon.
Maybe I didn't have one of those.
That's why your save file kept getting deleted, because you didn't have one.
Wow. I feel
Yeah,
like a
this is-
jackass 10 years later.
This is one of the few games that requires a controller pack to save, and I've heard that that's part of the reason why it's not on any of the VCs. Anyway, this
Okay.
cutscene. We're about to see
Wait,
some
what?
amazing stuff happen here.
VCs are just basically emulators anyway. Why would that... You know, whatever. Screw it. Screw it. Stop trying to think in Nintendo logic.
Yeah, Nintendo logic, as in, let's not make profiles for people to buy games permanently on and have them buy Super Mario Brothers 80 billion times.
That's your fault for keep on buying it.
No, I actually don't keep buying it. I have not bought Super Mario Brothers since, since the original Virtual Console came out. I was like, okay, I'll buy Super Mario Brothers, and then they want to make me to buy it again. I'm like, haha, fuck no.
Well, you never know, man. Maybe the NX, maybe that magnificent NX robot will have this on its VC.
Did they just rip off an entire part of the continent?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the southernmost island of Japan, Kyushu. That's where a lot of volcanoes are. My ex-girlfriend lives on that island, actually.
Huh.
Well, good riddance.
Yeah, good riddance. Send it to outer space.
So long.
So,
Part of the Peach Mountain gang now. What are you doing dating gangsters, Denzel?
now, I would actually like to talk about that island. In the game, you can't actually cross that bridge, no matter what. Even if you can gain control of your character in this area, you can't walk into that bridge. There's an invisible wall. And in the Japanese version, you can actually perform a glitch that stops cutscenes from playing. So you can go up to the invisible wall without this cutscene being activated. And then you can do another glitch that clips you through invisible walls. And then it just sends you into... it's as if you've fallen down a pit. So it'll send you into a void that you fall down and then you come back. One of the cool things you can do in this game, and I'll show it off in a video, hopefully, and link it into the thread, is you can slide into a slope using a very particular glitch. And then it kind of makes you be able to fly wherever you want. And you can fly right to that island of Kyushu before it disappears. And it has no collision at all. You just go straight through it. And it's really cool. I'll make a video of it and show that off.
Here you go, Skippy.
And Kalon, we are thank you. There are 2 of us in here who are Plasma fans.
I love this clairvoyant pervert.
Another thing is, Plasma in the Japanese version has more skin-colored skin. In this, it's kind of like darker to make it look like he's wearing a shirt.
It makes it look like he's wearing a leotard and a crotch flap.
Yeah, I don't know where they went with that, but I'll show that off too. Plasma looks different in the Japanese version.
Yeah, somehow the leotard is more disturbing.
Did they model Plasma's nipples in the Japanese version? That seems like something they'd get a kick out
Yeah,
of.
they might have.
Nice!
You can also gain control behind Plasma's desk thing. If you try to talk to one of the giant Plasma sidekicks, the game crashes.
Nice, yeah.
So, on average...
Just like real life.
So,
then.
on average, about how much faster is running the Japanese version over the American version?
There's a lot of differences. It's not just the fact that the Japanese text gets displayed quicker than the English text. It's also there are glitches that were patched out when they localized it. They discovered more glitches in between the releases. So I would say at least 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
At least.
Cause,
at the low end. On the low end, it could be more than
yeah,
that.
because I hear a lot of people on SGC and AGDQ and whatever, they're like, yeah, the Japanese version is 3 seconds faster, and I'm like, okay, that's barely enough time, but I know that speedrunners are all about absolute fastest time, but squeezing 3 seconds out of something is a little ridiculous. But 15 minutes, oh yeah, I can definitely understand why you would run the Japanese version instead.
3 seconds is kind of a big thing.
So this minigame,
What are these
was
things?
this everybody else's least favorite minigame in the world?
This is rough.
What are these? I hate these.
These are Mr. Saturn, apparently.
They do look like Mr. Saturn, the Oyataka things.
Get them out of here.
I think that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, you have to hit them with free to make them go back into the hole. Otherwise, we'll just pause for a second. So, it's not really that useful.
Get back in the hole.
Box.
Grow a neck, you putty-nosed bastards.
But yeah, a lot of people have a lot of trouble with this section.
There's a pretty good strategy. You can, if you hold the joystick at a very specific angle, you'll spin in a way that if you just tap the B button over and over, it'll hit each one each time. There's a good way to do it. But you don't have to play this minigame in the speedrun unless you're doing 100%.
Oh, you can just get past the box by...
Yeah, there's a way to make this unnecessary in both versions.
I'd venture to say it's pretty unnecessary no matter what.
No, if you don't use glitches, you have to use this power at least once that you get from doing this minigame.
Did it have to be these things, though? I find them upsetting.
Yeah, it has to be.
Do you just not like Mr. Saturn or something?
Look, Mr. Saturn, at least, he had some charm to it.
Yeah, he's kooky, he's fun. These guys are trying to wreck your shit up. Popping your
Is
balloons.
Goemon doing his kabuki face?
Raksha.
You're a muscle man. Congratulations.
That means easily achieved or easy victory. Raksha.
I think I'm gonna remember that. If I ever have an easy victory.
It's like saying piece of cake.
Yeah, oops. Yeah, keep talking to him, Eve. Keep mashing that A button like an idiot.
Listen, mashing an A button like an idiot is...
That happens in speedrunning more than you'd think. You accidentally talk to someone twice because you're vigorously mashing the buttons.
Yeah, no, there's going to be plenty of vigorous mashing to come.
There better be. You're a muscle man now. Do everything with vigor.
God, muscle man. Ultimate muscle. I think Goemon stole 4 anime tropes for this ultimate muscle power, or this muscle man.
Yeah, he so did. But you'll see that in 10 seconds about...
This is one of the coolest screens in the game, by the way. Musashi is one of the most fun to mess around with glitches on.
So...
Oh, you're Super Saiyan?
There you go.
Yeah.
This isn't even your final form, I take it.
Yeah, literally no.
So this power, if anyone watching doesn't realize, it makes Goemon's Kiseru do twice as much damage. That's the normal weapon that you're using now. And also, it makes you receive a full heart of damage for every attack when you get hit.
Oh, okay. So you can use it an unlimited amount of time, but it
costs 5 coins to use it. Is it 5 coins?
I believe it's 5. I'm weird, this.
Like I said, you literally never use it in a speed run, and you only get it in a 100% speed run. And yeah, these platforms are really tricky. I can see why they took some time for you there.
Yeah, I'm just being bad at jumping here. Are we going trope? I am bad at jumping in this game.
To be fair, it's a Nintendo 64 game. They don't have the greatest depth perception.
Yeah, the perspective can be really rough.
I did terribly in my recording, but in my practice run, I was Marioing around them, perfectly jumping on them as they were rotating and not falling off.
Yeah.
But here, fall 5 times.
That's how it always is, isn't it?
It's actually not useful in the speedrun to be able to hit those platforms while they're rotating. Because you have to change characters, so you can do that while the platform's rotating. I'll make a video. This cave has a completely different route when you can use glitches.
Now, because I'm interested in speedrunning shit, but I will never speedrun a game myself because I don't want to ruin a game for me forever. Who is the quickest character to do the speedrun with? Who would you mostly run around as?
Well, all the characters have the same running speed and swimming speed.
Yeah, I screwed that up.
Yeah, I believe you mentioned that EBC... You kind of jokingly said EBC's slower, but he's not.
Yeah, my excuse is he feels slower.
He's fat.
That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it.
It's because he flows like water when he moves.
He has that double windmill punch to the air running. Yeah. That's my favorite thing.
It's poetry, man. It's kinetic
it's
poetry.
Beautiful. This game has a lot of really good character animations. There's 3 different character animations for when you're teetering off an edge for every character in this game.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I guess the speedrunning thing is just basically whose abilities you use the most in the game.
Yeah,
so
it's situational. You stay as Goemon because you start as him until you need someone else. When you need that person, you switch to them. You stay as them until you need someone else. When you need that person, you switch to them.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say ABC probably has the most applications in terms of his items and his abilities. Yeah.
See, it's just a thing with clipping through walls and
Yeah, he has a his shrinking power can be used to glitch through any wall in the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll show that off.
Me asking questions is just giving you more work to do for the LP.
Absolutely, that's what I want. I want to make as much as I can for
Good,
Yeah.
cool. Because, like I said, I'm super interested in, speedruns and the mechanics and how they work, but my god, I would never do one myself. I am not that insane.
And this is a good one. This is
Wow,
a really
okay,
good speedrun. It's a lot of frame perfect tricks, a lot of challenge. So the skill cap is pretty high.
And just from a viewer perspective, this is an enjoyable game to see speedrun.
They have beautiful music,
Yeah.
which means you don't get bored of it after you play it over and over again. It helps to have really good
I would imagine
soundtrack.
that's an important part of speedrunning, is not getting bored with playing the same
Absolutely.
game 20 times in a day.
You want to pick a game that you love so much that you don't think you can get bored of it. And a very nice music helps with that. And also, I particularly like games that show off things that you wouldn't normally have thought of growing up playing them, like all the glitches. And this game is just chock full of it. So it's got a lot of cool stuff in it.
So now we have to follow up on some rumors.
And here we go. Yeah, you backtracking here, back to Mount Fuji.
So we got a rumor about him making more weapons, so let's check it out.
And this is something, if you want these improve our weapons, if you want this, which is not required in the speedrun, but it is required if you don't use glitches, then you have to talk to an NPC in that town who explains to you that he's going to give you better weapons. That's a very hard triggered into the game. You can't get these silver weapons without talking to that NPC.
Oh, that's a good troll.
It's pretty trolly. Yeah.
Amazing.
There's a couple of those in this game. They programmed it so that certain events wouldn't show up until you spoke to NPCs that talked about them. So you gotta, if you want to, you gotta talk to some NPCs. Even in the speedrun, you gotta talk to some NPCs.